What's up, guys? Erudite Trucker here, back with another video. And today we have got some particle board that we're picking up, but it's different today. We got a trailer swap, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, like I said, we've got particle board today, but this one is on a preloaded trailer. So we're going to be dropping the empty trailer that we have and swapping it out with the preloaded trailer that is right over there. It's kind of concealed by the trucks that are next to me. But I'm going to walk you guys through the process of doing a trailer swap the proper way to make sure you guys don't have any problems and it goes seamlessly for you like it's supposed to. So I'll start off with telling you guys the first thing that I do. I had to come through this area. There's a set of scales over there that you may, there it is, like right there on the, right in between the mirror where that blue truck is off in the distance, that blue trailer. There's a set of scales. You have to weigh in at this place. It's not always going to be like that when you do a trailer swap, but for this particular place it is. So go around there, get your weight, then make sure that your your empty weight combined with the weight of the load you're picking up is not going to make you overweight. And once I drove around this end here, I parked in this place, I went inside and got my paperwork checking in, so I know which one of the trailers out here that's preloaded is the one that I'm supposed to be picking up. So then the next thing that I do, and this is part of the process for doing the trailer swap, is once I park the truck and I put it into neutral, you want to set both of your brakes, your parking brake here and your trailer brake. You want to set both of those first, okay? Because you're going to be detaching from this. So the next thing that I do after that is go outside the trailer or outside of the truck rather, and let's see what we got to go take care of that way. All right, we're outside here, and next thing I do is drop the landing gear right there. You want to lower this so that you can detach from the trailer once everything is said and done. So we'll go ahead and roll this out. Guys, and when I lower the landing gear, you want to have the landing gear just above the ground. You don't want it to make full contact. You want it to drop down to the ground just a little bit. And the idea behind that is you don't want to drop your trailer too high off the ground, so where the next person has their fifth wheel, if you can see mine right there, where the fifth wheel won't be able to make proper contact with the kingpin, and basically not really be able to hook up to the trailer. Then they'll have to fiddle around with it to raise this lever a little bit more. In places like this, I don't think it really matters all that much because they have a yard dog and they have a fifth wheel that can raise and lower. It's like hydraulic, but you just want to do, that's good practice, you know, for the next truck driver that has to pick up the trailer. You want to make the job easier for the next guy, so hopefully I'll come back around for you. But after that, we're gonna go ahead and take all of this dunnage loose and we're gonna put it up on to the catwalk here. But before I do that, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect our air lines from that trailer. You don't want to drive off with those still connected and damage them or completely destroy them. When you're doing these trailer swaps, picking up preloaded trailers, they don't have dunnage under them already, so you want to make sure that you don't forget the dunnage that you already brought with you. You take your dunnage with you in most cases. All right, guys, once I have all of my dunnage set up here, I put it up on the catwalk. Then the next thing that I do is come to my side box here and I take out all of the stuff that I have in here. So here we go, right about there. It'll be my steel tarps and my hazmat placards, my padded tarps, and my coil mats is what I keep in here. So I'll take all this out and I'll go put it up front on top of the dunnage. Okay, the next thing after I've cleared out the side box, I've already checked the number on the trailer that I'm picking up. So when you get to the side box, you're supposed to leave the same quantity of securement in your dropped trailer as is on the loaded trailer that you're picking up. So the trailer that I'm picking up has 9 straps on it, which I left that there, and it had 20 bungees. So fill out a paper basically saying I'm leaving the same amount that I'm taking away. So put that there, you're good to go. Close this up. Set right there. Now it's not like that every single time you do a trailer swap everywhere, but this specific place you have to fill out an inventory list. So the final thing I do to prep it, you got to pull your lever so that you can release the locking jaws on this trailer. There we go, that's all set. Now as far as everything that needs to be done on the outside of the drop trailer, that's it. Let's get inside and show you what we got to do. Okay, we're inside the truck now, and before I turn the truck on and detach, I want to dump the suspension valve, get all the air out of that. So that's going to lower the back end of the tractor, and it's also going to put that trailer on the ground the rest of the way, so it doesn't completely just slam down to the ground, that little bit of space that I left in there. That way, you probably can't hear that on camera, but it's making this slight like shh sound, letting the air out of there. That way I can gently pull from underneath that trailer and drive away without it yanking on the tractor as I pull off of it and possibly hitting the drive tires and damaging those, or having the tractor get wedged against the ground from the weight of the trailer. Yeah, so you give it a couple of seconds, maybe like 10 or 20 seconds, maybe not even that much, and all the air will be dumped out of there. And you want to keep that on just for a little bit. Okay, I keep it on until I pull underneath or back underneath the trailer that I'm picking up. So we'll go ahead and get the truck started and get to the preloaded trailer. Alright guys, you saw me backing up underneath the trailer just slightly. I'm not all the way underneath there yet. And the reason for that is because you want to make sure that you're lined up properly. You don't want to just start getting underneath the trailer and then just give it everything you got and get underneath there. That's wrong. You'll end up high hooking the tractor and the trailer, and you don't want to do that. And high hooking, I'll explain that term to you. High hooking is when you have you have not like connected your trailer to the kingpin and the trailer, or your tractor to the kingpin and the trailer, and you basically you're just sliding underneath, you're free sliding underneath the trailer, and you're just going to back up until you hit something. And what you're going to hit your glad hands and your air lines right there. You're going to smash these that are sticking out. They're going to smash into your headache rack. Okay, you don't want that. You don't want that. So you want to start backing up underneath the trailer, get underneath there partially, and then you want to set your brakes, get out and look. Goal. Okay, get out and look, get underneath your trailer, make sure that you're lining up. Okay, I get out every time. You want to crawl underneath this trailer, and I said make sure your brakes are set. Don't forget the small stuff, okay? Make sure your brakes are set. It sounds obvious, but trust me, there are guys who make mistakes and don't set their brakes. So you want to get under there and look, and you can see right there I'm lined up. Let's get a really close look for you guys. Oops, right there. We're lined up. We're within the landing zone, okay guys? So all I need to do is just back the rest of the way up, okay? But you always want to get out and look. Don't just back up underneath the trailer and think that you got it. Get out and verify for sure, 100% with your eyes, that you are where you need to be. And you're not going to smash the back of your tractor into that trailer and cause some damage, okay? All right, let's get the rest of this way under here so we can lock up and deal with the load. All right guys, we backed up the rest of the way underneath the trailer. Now after you do that, you want to come back here and get your locking lever here, pull it back and make sure that you're locked into that trailer. Okay, now we still need to do our tug test and we'll get to that, but I need to go ahead and we need to go ahead and get this stuff put away so that we can work. We need to go ahead and put everything back into the new side box that we have here. But now that we've got everything locked back in, we can get into the truck and let the air refill the suspension. Okay, so remember that switch that we had flipped before to let all the air out so that our empty trailer wouldn't come crashing down to the ground once we lowered the landing gear just slightly above the ground. Now we want to go ahead and fill that air back up. So we're going to go ahead and flip that suspension button right there back up, and to let the air fill up into that, I'm going to have to turn the truck on. So I'll do that off camera, and once I get everything put back away in the side box, I'll show you the next step. All right guys, we're all aired up again, and we made sure that we were locked to the trailer. So the next thing that I do, and I did it off camera here just for the sake of time, but you want to come back up and connect your air lines and your electrical lines, connect those back to the trailer. And what I do once all that's connected, I turn the lights on and the hazard markers in the truck, and I'll go around and do an inspection, make sure that everything that is supposed to be illuminated is, and everything that's supposed to be blinking is blinking. And I did that off camera. On this truck it's good, but you want to walk a 360 around the truck, make sure all of your lights, your turn signals are on. So you want to go, hold on if I can get this open, there we go. You want to go to your side box or wherever it is on the particular type of trailer you're hauling. You want to check here your trailer registration, make sure that it is up to date and that it is for the trailer that you're picking up. Okay, lock that back away. There we go. Yeah, okay, in addition to checking your lights, it's just like the pre-trip that you would do on the truck in the morning. You want to check and make sure that you don't hear any air leaks coming from anywhere. You don't have any flat tires. There's no debris in between your tires. Let's see, all of the standard pre-trip checks that you would do. and you want to make sure that you come around and raise your landing gear, but you don't want to raise it up all the way. I have it fully withdrawn because I already did this part off camera, but you want to lift your landing gear up just a little bit, about the same amount that you would lift it before you dropped the empty trailer. And then you want to go back in your truck and do your tug test and make sure that you are properly connected. And needless to say, if I didn't already mention it, before you do the tug test, you need to come under here and make sure that that pin is in the locked position before you try to do that. You don't want your trailer to come crashing down. And if all of that is good, then you are ready to go ahead and move on to your securement. Your tug test should be completed and you'll be ready. And you want to make sure that you let your truck completely air up before you do that tug test, and just do the tug test slowly, of course. Let me see, is there anything else I'm forgetting to tell you guys that's a major part of this? I don't think so. I think that is everything, unless I did something off camera that I forgot to tell you guys about, something else. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this particle board secured, guys. I don't think I'll include that. Well, actually, yeah, I will, because it's actually part of a trailer swap. So let me show you what I do. Now, when you're picking up a preloaded trailer, you don't want to just assume that whoever that loaded the trailer at the shipper did it properly, or they did it up to your standard, okay? You want to go through and check everything and make sure that it's good to go. You don't want to just leave, because once you pull that trailer off of their lot, that's your responsibility. You're co-signing that it's done right. If you end up getting in trouble on the road because the load's not properly secured, that's on you. You can't defer back to the shipper. They're going to ask you, why did you leave with it? Okay, so don't do that. Don't be lazy. Be thorough. Get it done. And I'll show you guys one thing off top that I noticed about this one. This trailer is a Benson, which is the same as the trailer that I previously had, the one that I dropped here. So I already know there's not going to have any securement on the very front. Here is that fixed winch that I always tell you guys about. This is the winch that does not move. That's like welded to the underneath driver's side of the Benson trailers. There's no winch there. Sorry, not no winch. There's no strap there. So I already know there's no securement up here. The first strap that I see is a little bit farther back, so I already know I got to put X straps up there and the standard 4-inch strap, and that's fine. But I saw something else here, if I can pick it out for you guys. There, right there. Now this one, you see, all of this is loose. It's supposed to be underneath this strap, holding it down and protecting this strap from this rail. There's nothing here now, so that's a double problem. This rail could get cut, possibly, because that's drum tight on there, so it's a lot of pressure against that sharp edge. Plus, like, if this came loose while I'm driving down the road and it just comes out, look at all that just dangling, that would just be blowing in the wind. So you want to go through and check all the securement on a preloaded trailer. So I'm gonna have to fix that. I gotta fix it. I'm gonna have to loosen that and then re-winch it properly. So I'm gonna check all of my straps to see. Oh, there's another one. See, don't leave anything up to chance. Check everything yourself. Looks like all of them on this side, except for the one in the very front, are loose like that. So I'm gonna have to change all of these. I'm gonna have to, well, not change them, I'm gonna have to re-strap all of these properly through the winch. And let's see, another thing that I had noticed about this one was this tarp had a tear in it, a very large tear. Look at that. This is a preloaded trailer with a tarp that's got a huge rip in it. Now this one, this is plywood, and plywood cannot get wet. It'll destroy it. But they have a layer of plastic underneath the tarp, so that's not as much of an issue for this one. But I'm gonna have to get this patched. I'm gonna have to put some flex tape or something on here that's waterproof to hold it until I get a proper patch for that. You know, really, they probably shouldn't be sending out torn tarps like that. But yeah, something I'm gonna have to deal with. So I'm gonna have to check all these straps, since so many straps on the other side were not done the right way. I'm gonna have to go through. I don't, with it being like that, I don't trust any of the straps that are on here now. I'm gonna check every single one. That and patch up that tear, and then we'll be good to go ahead and get out of here. Outside of that, I think everything else is okay. But guys, just keep in mind that you need to be really thorough where you're doing your pre-trips for your preloaded trailer drops. Okay, these what's the right word for it? Trailer swapping. It's supposed to be fast and save you time, but don't get caught up in that as much. You still need to be thorough and check everything, because like I said, if anything goes wrong on the road with a trailer that you swapped, once you leave the lot with it, everything is on you. So make sure it's done right before you take responsibility of that trailer, guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this all fixed up, get on the road, because I have a 9-hour drive ahead of me to get rid of this stuff. So I'm gonna knock the video off right there, guys. Hopefully you all learned something about doing trailer swaps. Hopefully this information is gonna help you guys and save you some stress and a possible catastrophe, you know, later on down the line. So I appreciate you guys all watching. Here, that trucker out.